Hey guys, um, I've been having a really hard day, and it sucks. Um, I went to church this morning, and the people in my Sunday school were just like, I don't know, they were just really, I guess, intolerant, I guess you could say, and I don't know, it seems like I don't really want to bring up being gay in church because I really try and respect my family and especially my mom specifically because my mom, church is everything to her. And I really try to respect that and make it a place where she feels comfortable and feels respected, I guess. And so I don't talk about being gay there because I don't want to come into her world, the place where she spends a lot of her time there. And I don't want to go into her world and just mess it all up, kind of just say all of the stuff that I think and be really opinionated and disagree with everyone at church and just be super out and proud because then I can just leave and go back to college and my mom has to deal with all of the stuff that I left there for her to deal with. And so I've talked to my parents about being gay and they know the truth, right? They know who who I really am. And so I feel like they need to go through the process that I went through of being why? Why did this happen? And, this isn't right or whatever, all of those things. And that's fine. That's very legitimate because I had to go through that. You know what I mean? I had to go through my own process of all of these emotions, anger, frustration, sadness, loneliness, all this stuff, right? And so I know that my parents need to go through all of those things too. And what I would really hope for them is that they feel like church is a place where they can bring those things, those feelings, and talk about them and realize that they're not the only ones feeling all of those feelings and be vulnerable there. And so that's what I really hope for them, but I feel like it's really not my place to go into my family's church and kind of throw them into this storm of emotions and judgment and all of those things. So anyway, I haven't come out at church. No one at church knows that I'm gay. And so anyway, I was in Sunday school today. And we weren't even really, we weren't talking about anything that had to do with homosexuality specifically, I guess. But somebody just kind of made an example. I don't know how to explain it. She just was talking about how one of her best friends is gay and she feels like she made a mistake because she basically said to her friend, she was like, I just don't agree with your lifestyle and in the Bible it says that homosexuality is wrong, blah, 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 blah. And so she was basically saying, like, that probably wasn't the best way to go about, dealing with her feelings about the issue that was coming up. And she probably should have prayed about it and, tried to ask God for, I guess, like, guidance in the situation, and ask God to help give her the strength to love this friend, like, no matter what, like, so she was saying, like, I made a mistake, and so that was that, and it just kind of, like, brought this thing up for me, like, I felt like maybe I should say something, you know what I mean, but I didn't. And then later in the Sunday school, like almost at the end, this guy made another example. I don't know, I feel like it's really random that we were even talking about homosexuality, just because, like, that wasn't what the topic was for the Sunday school at all, but it kept coming up and it was really weird. I don't know. So anyway, this guy was like, well, I was having a conversation with someone and he was basically saying that homosexuality is okay because it's natural. And this guy in our Sunday school was like, well, just because it's natural doesn't mean that it's right. And I don't know. And everyone was like when he said what the guy had said to him, like, oh, homosexuality is natural, everyone in the class, like, laughed and, like, kind of scoffed, like, oh my gosh, And so that just really, like, made me feel really isolated and really alone. And all of these, like, feelings that I thought I had gotten over, like, I thought that, finally I'm okay with who I am, or I love myself and I know that God loves me, and, all those things that I know in my heart that are true. But being in that Sunday school class just made me feel like I was really alone again. And, like, all of the people that are supposed to be, loving towards me and care about me and want the best for me and want me to feel comfortable and want me to, whatever. I mean, church is a place where you're supposed to feel loved and accepted, and everyone's supposed to be broken. And I just felt like without them even knowing it, they were making me feel rejected. They just really hurt my spirit without even realizing it, and kind of made a joke out of me. And I guess I took it really personally, which, of course, like, I don't have to do. But it just really hurt. And, I mean, these are the people that I have gone to, before I went to college, I had gone to that church for 4 or 5 years. So it's not like I didn't know these people. I think it would be different if I didn't know them. But because I knew them, it just hurt even more. So, today was really hard.